You can undergo two types of polymerization. So first of all, you have the carbon-carbon double bond. Then you have the COOH and the OH. The C double bond C can give you addition polymerization. And the other one can give you a condensation polymerization by kicking out small molecules like water when you form ester. Alright, this is under your polymerization unit. For one of them, draw a section of the polymer to show two repeat units. If I were you, I wouldn't try and go for the condensation. I would go for the carbon-carbon double bond because that's the easier one. So when I lose the carbon-carbon double bond, I must still have carbon form 4 bond. So carbon form 4 bond, 4 covalent bond. Okay, I lose the double bond. So now I have that. Okay, carbon form 4 bond, 1 repeat unit, 2 repeat unit. This is addition. They just say for one of them, they don't say for both of them. But like I said, there's a slightly difficult option, which is to take, if I have COOH, COOH like that. Okay, as you can imagine, instead of my OH there, if I have my if I have my OH there, okay, then it will lose this one. Okay, so what you can imagine is I will still have my double bond. Okay, but that one would continue to something, and this one would C double bond O. Is that right? No, that's not right. What have I done? That is not right at all. So as you can see, this part is the first part from there. It loses the H, now it's formed the ester, and the carbonyl is bonded to there. And I hope you can see that that is one unit, and then there is another unit. So this is from the condensation polymer, where the carbon form 4 bond, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The oxygen form 2 bonds, 1, 2, okay, and 1, 2 there. So this is your ester linkage. This will continue to form ester linkage there and there. Okay, but obviously this is more complicated to draw than just the addition polymer. So whenever you have a choice like this, always go for the easier one. Okay, it's very easy to make mistake here compared to here. The most common mistake is obviously your carbon doesn't form 4 bond because you forget to include the extended chain. You still include the carbon double bond in addition polymerization. That is a mistake as well. But in condensation polymerization, you do not you do not add across the carbon-carbon double bond. You just do condensation. All right. Excuse me. Of course, you kick out water. Yeah. Many water. Okay, so here you want the partial structure of nylon, so you want the repeating unit, right? So this is an ester. I hope you can see it's an ester linkage because it's C double bond O, and I hope you can see that this is the ester bond that you are forming, and that is the alcohol bit there. So in reality you would have that being the alcohol and that being the carboxylic acid, but it's not a normal carboxylic acid, it's a di-alcohol because 2 alcohol on both ends and 2 carboxylic acid on both ends. That means one repeat unit for the polymer is going to be from there to there. Okay, so the repeat unit is going to be that CO or you know something is wrong. The carbon there form 3 bonds because it's part of a polymeric chain. The oxygen there doesn't form 1 bond, it's part of the polymeric chain. So that is 1 repeat unit of nylon. Okay, I've drawn it in square like this because you know they've shown it in square like that, so it's simplified like that. Yeah. Okay, so this is an example of addition polymer. I'll do the second part first because they want the repeat unit. I hope you can see the repeat unit is going to be like that. Okay, or even if you take from there to there, it's all the same. It should be quite obvious. There is your original double bond. There's your original double bond. Am I correct? Yep. Okay, and there's your original double bond. So what we have is the original double bond like that, which you can add across double bond, and then you will open up the chain, forming single bond there and there. Okay, so the idea there really is what is addition and what is polymerization. So in polymerization, you have monomers. Okay, so monomers containing carbon-carbon double bond add or combine or join together. Okay, so those are the idea. Okay, join together to form a polymer, to form a long chain of polymer. Okay, but then the idea of addition polymer, in addition polymerization, no other byproduct. This is different from condensation polymerization. Condensation polymerization specifically will kick out a small molecule, typically H2O, but can also be HCl dependent on your starting materials. But in addition polymerization, no other byproduct is formed, only the polymer. Okay, so basically you can talk about N CH2, well in this case it's N number of CH3, 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 CH3 will give you CH3, CH3. It's not exactly balanced like that, but essentially there's no other thing that kick out. One molecule of it give you one of that, yeah? But of course, the thing with addition polymer is that it's not like ester, so it doesn't have like ester or amide linkage, which can be broken down by bacteria or enzymes, basically hydrolysis. So cannot hydrolyze, meaning cannot break down the non-polar CC and CH bond of addition polymer easily. If you cannot break down those easily, therefore difficult to dispose. But that is not really what the question wants. They want the pollution problem. I've just stated the reason, so you need to be careful. So what I've stated is reason. Why is it difficult? Okay, but that is not the pollution problem. They want the pollution problem, so it is non-biodegradable. So these addition polymer are non-biodegradable, so they will last for ages and ages. Okay, aniso or fill up landfill, so basically the garbage site. Okay, you fill up the landfill as they do not decompose, so non-biodegradable. Yeah, do not decompose. That should write better than me. Or do not hydrolyze, unlike ester or amides. Okay, and this is basically the reason. This is not the problem. This is the problem. This is the reason. Okay, and of course when you burn them, they can produce like because it's such a long chain, so they tend to burn incompletely, so they can give you toxic gases like CO. In this case, you don't have Cl, but if you have Cl, you can give off toxic gas like HCl as well. So those are quite bad, yeah. C4H8 possible structure. So nope, there's no other information, but it's CnH2n, right? So just draw 4 carbon, and you know there's an alkene, so just draw really. Just draw an alkene. I'm drawing display formula where I show all the bond. There's an example of C4H8. However, they must. I'm just thinking, what do they want? Oh, sorry, this bit. Look at this bit. That C4H8 undergo polymerization to give you polybutene. Yeah, I mean, there's a possible structure of it. I mean, that can undergo addition polymerization. Is C4H8. You can also draw other possibilities, such as this one, CH3H, CH3H, obviously. There are also other possibility where the CH3 is there and the CH3 is down there. Another possible isomer would be CCH H H C H. I can't think of the other one. What's the other one? Oh yeah, I can think of the other one now. Where you have a CH3 and a CH3 on one side. Okay. It will make more sense when you go to A-level chemistry, really. So you want a polybutene, you want a partial structure, at least 2 repeat unit. So I'm going to use this simple answer which I've shown here. So you started out from CH like this, so it's CH2, CH3. So this is your monomer. So your polymer is going to be, so I don't really need to draw this, I'm just showing it to you that the monomer looks like that. Your polymer is going to be looking like this. It's gonna lose the carbon-carbon double bond. You're gonna extend it to bonded to other carbon, which is what I'm doing here. This is the first repeat unit, CH2, CH3. Carbon, hydrogen. This is the second repeat unit, CH2, CH3. Again, I have lost the carbon-carbon double bond. My carbon still form 4 bond, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just bonded along the polymeric chain now. You gotta remember the carbon form 4 bond, 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't forget to show the open-ended chain there. Otherwise, you can be penalized. What else? Oh, that's it really. So that's it to this paper 2. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and subscribe to the channel to find out more tutorial videos in the future. Thank you. Oh, now they want you to define condensation polymerization. So there are 2 parts to it, okay? Condensation, polymerization. So what do you need to talk about, okay? So polymerization is monomers link up or they join together, okay? So that is polymerization. But what does the condensation mean? If you have addition polymerization, your monomer will have carbon-carbon double bond, okay? So what does your monomer have? Your monomers will kick out or will form a small molecule. What small molecule are we talking about? Things such as H2O or HCl, etc. Okay, you don't necessarily know the HCl, but all you have seen really when you form amide, when you form ester in O-level is that they kick out H2O, but I specifically didn't want to say form water because I do know that they can kick out HCl when you use something else, okay? So essentially, they kick out that in addition to forming the polymer. So when this happens, when the monomers, we need to talk about monomer because monomer form the polymer. When they join together, they will form the polymer, but they will kick out or they will form a small molecule in addition to the polymer that you want. Whereas in addition polymer, you do not kick out, you do not form another molecule, they just add together, okay? So what do we need? This is the partial structure of something called silocene. And what is the repeat unit? I hope you can see the repeat unit is going to be that. No, it's not. I am wrong. Because if you talk about that being the repeat unit, then here the silicon would have, what, 1 oxygen? Then that doesn't make sense, right? So it cannot be. It must only have contain 1 oxygen. Yeah, then that makes sense. This silicon is repeated here. This oxygen is repeated here. The CH3 is repeated there. Okay, it's just there. All right. So you need to draw the correct repeat unit, yeah? So that would be Si. CH3. So the Si is bonded to carbon, not the H, not in between. Si is bonded to the carbon. Si is bonded to the carbon. You see, you got to draw this very carefully, yeah? The Si is bonded to the carbon. It's bonded to the oxygen. And then I show I show open chain because the silicon there is just like carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4 covalent bond. The oxygen there is just like in water or in molecular oxygen, it forms 2 covalent bond. They repeat on either side. Okay. Butane forms an addition polymer called polybutane. So you need to show a partial structure for polybutane, 2 repeat unit. Okay, 2 repeat unit. When you form the polymer, you will get like that, and you will lose a double bond. Okay, so what you actually get is, I would draw the single bond. I would draw 4 carbon because this is one of the double bond. This is another one of the double bond. They add. And then this is a polymer, so I have to show open chain. I need 2 repeat unit. This is going to be my 1 repeat unit. This is going to be my 2nd repeat unit. Okay, so draw that CH2, CH3, draw that H, draw that H, draw that H, draw that CH2, CH3, draw that H, draw that H. Open chain because no more double bond, no more double bond. They are added 2 alkene together. They don't kick out a small molecule because this is addition polymerization. This is not condensation polymerization. Okay, now this carbon is bonded to this carbon. It's not bonded to the hydrogen. It's not bonded to the space in between. Just like this carbon is bonded to this carbon. Carbon bonded to the carbon, bonded to the carbon. Carbon bonded to the carbon, to the carbon. Carbon form 4 bond, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. Okay, you cannot make simple mistakes. Yeah.